All right, yesterday we were talking to college Republicans at Harvard. Today we're talking to Jason Ross, the head of the Massachusetts College Republicans. Jason, you had a nice presentation today, and you had a sign. I wish we had the sign with you right now. Tell us about the sign first, that got so much attention.
So the sign's essentially a meme, and it has a picture of Elizabeth Warren's face, and it's not a very flattering picture, to be honest. And it says, you know, it really addresses how she made over $400,000 teaching one class at Harvard. And then at the bottom it says, yet she lectures us on student debt and, you know, the high cost of college. And I just think it's cruelly ironic.
Now, when college students see that, does it resonate with them?
It does. You know, most of them it does. They kind of go, oh, that's not true. And I go, well, actually, here's the link. And it says right here, she made $439,000. And, you know, it gives the actual number, which is well over 400,000. And most of them it resonates, even if they're liberal. Democrats, liberal, they still go, oh, that does kind of stick out as kind of weird.
Now at Harvard, they were saying that the members of the college Republicans are about 2% of the population. In colleges around the state, what is the percentage that you managed to draw in a college?
I would probably say it's around 30%, but probably around 5% are the ones that actually come out of the woodwork. The rest are afraid to speak up in their classes, or they're afraid to even be involved in the College Republican Club.
Now, you were saying you're having a fair amount of people joining this year, and given what we've seen from Antifa, given what we've seen from the protests, is it your thought that people are saying, enough, I'm going to stand up, or has it reached the point where to be countercultural as a student, you have to be conservative and Republican?
I think it's a mix of both. I think part of it is the fact that they're just sick of being lectured by their professors of how evil Trump is, how stupid Republicans are, and they're just sick of it. They want to speak up, and this is the best outlet to speak up. You know, they're tired of, you know, being treaded on. And, you know, the famous flag, you know, don't tread on me. I think that really resonates well with the college conservative.
Now, on the various campuses, how often does the administration try and shut you guys down when you try and put on an event?
You know, it varies from college to college. At Bridgewater State, when I first went there, they were fairly bad about it. But now, after I've gotten to know the university president, I've actually sat down with him about a problem professor that was insulting Republicans and veteran students. And we've addressed that issue, and that professor is no longer an issue. But, you know, we have other schools like WPI and UMass Lowell, which is a new chapter. They kind of struggle to have events and get funding from the school to invite guest speakers.
And finally, how much, you know, we talked about, and we see in the news about students being intimidated by professors and so forth. Have you seen much of that, and how much does the cell phone change the equation?
You know, I've seen that myself. You know, I had a professor who was literally comparing the state of Israel to Nazi Germany and how it shouldn't exist, while simultaneously later in that class defending the Soviet Union, and I quote, "It wasn't that bad." You know, and I was speaking out against the professor, and I was initially the first student, and everyone else was quiet. And then eventually other students in the class started to speak up as well. Someone started recording, and then the professor started to tread back a little bit. So, you know, I think with the ability to record them and, you know, put that on social media, put that to the news outlets, it's kind of making more college professors take less of these hot takes that are quasi-communist.
And one final thing that I should have thought of a few seconds ago. At Harvard, we were told that, you know, there's probably not really as many really far leftists as you might think, but they have a loud voice and they're amplified by the press, they're amplified by the professors. So if you stand up to them, things happen. Have you noticed that once your chapter starts standing up, the other side doesn't know how to deal with it?
Oh, that's exactly it. You know, almost all of the schools that we have college Republican chapters at do not even have college Democrat chapters. You know, since almost everyone there is a Democrat, they just don't have a club, because they just assume, oh, well, everyone here agrees with me, so we don't have to organize, we don't have to knock doors, we don't have to host speakers, just because everyone here is inherently Democrat, which is not the case. You know, we invite speakers to our campuses, we invite state reps, state senators, we're inviting Jack Abramoff to come speak, hopefully at Tufts soon. We've invited Roger Stone to come speak and Dinesh D'Souza to also come speak. So we have some really good speakers in our works for Massachusetts College Republicans. So
All
there
right.
is some hope.
People want to find out more about the Massachusetts College Republicans. Where do they go?
So they can go to our website, masscr.org, and it's masscr.org, or you can follow us on Twitter, which is @masscr.
All right. Thank you so much for your time.
Of course, thank you for having me.